Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to our TGIF Talks, episode 115. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Let's roll the intro. Oh man, we have been strucketh by the ill bug.
I blame you.
I don't know where I got it, but yeah. He caught my cold. I have a cold. It's really
Well,
good.
it's an alleged cold. I mean, the only minor symptom is a sore throat. We'll find out what tomorrow brings.
That's how mine started. Actually, mine started with a stuffy nose every night I went to go to bed for like a week. And then one morning, I had a sore throat. And yeah.
Well, mine didn't start like that.
Then maybe yours isn't. No, I'm on to day 4 right now. This is some bullshit.
You still have a sore throat?
Yes.
Oh, great.
I'm on day 4 of a sore throat. This is I don't know. This is the strangest cold I've ever had because like it's not even like making me tired. My throat doesn't hurt constantly. It just comes and goes, and my nose it just comes and goes whether I can breathe through it or not. I don't get it. It's the weirdest cold I have ever had, and my cold medication isn't doing anything.
Oh, really?
It's doing nothing. Like, I take it, I don't think it does anything. It's weird.
Fortunately, you are 96 hours ahead of me. So, if you die, I know to get help before. I know I have 4 days to get help. So.
Oh, yeah, like House with Esther?
Like Foreman.
Oh,
so as
well,
soon as
yeah.
you die, it's like Foreman and the police officer.
Right. Or the little kid.
Because I'll know what the next symptoms. So I'll be like, you'll be screaming in agony and pain, and I'll be like, yeah, doc. In 96 hours, I'm gonna be in the worst pain of my life. I need help.
In 96 hours, I'm gonna be dead.
I have a body for you to autopsy. Don't let the CDC get to it first. Please autopsy this body and tell me what he has. I brought it in this bag.
Oh no.
I brought it in this bag.
Or what? Or like that little kid with the Erdheim Chesters.
Oh yeah. Except your case isn't like years and years old. It's been puzzling doctors,
Right.
So, but however, instead of having the file, he has the actual body to autopsy.
Right.
Wait, yeah, because what happened with the body? Why couldn't they autopsy
The
it?
family didn't want him to.
Well, they didn't want him to.
No. She was old, remember?
Mm.
And they're like, well, she died. Oh, well.
Fortunately, I don't have any metal bits in me, so they won't have to shoot your head to see what would happen in an MRI machine.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yes. The metal bits.
They'll have to shoot your head to see what an MRI. I still don't even remember what they said. What they said to the family. But yeah, so can you explain why the body we sent to have you autopsy has a bullet hole in it?
His body was donated to science. This is science.
I can tell you for a fact my son was not in a gang. Oh, but man, how well do you know your son? This is gang fight 101.
He had cancer.
Don't let the family know.
The guy house shot had cancer.
My little Jimmy, he would never do that.
Well,
My little Jimmy was a good boy.
Oh, we were playing Guess Who today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you win.
Yeah, I won a few times.
So your technique didn't always work.
There wasn't well, no, because I wasn't paying attention to eye color.
Oh, is that one of the factors?
Yeah, because you can use that to help whittle it down faster.
Yeah. You need to find something. Yeah, basically, you find something that's shared amongst 50% of the population.
Yeah, except I don't know how, but the my little cousin, she was doing it. She was good.
Good guesser.
There was one time I had like 5 people up. And well, she didn't reshuffle the cards to like pull for who you're gonna guess. And so we had done 4 people already. And two of the
Oh wait, yeah, wait. Can you not be the same person?
What do you mean? No, in this version you couldn't be the same person.
Because I don't remember, but that would actually seem smart. If you have the cards all laid out or something.
Well, yeah. So when I got it, I asked like 2 questions. And I nailed it down to
Mm-hmm.
like 5 people.
Yeah.
Well, 4 of the 5 people, 3 of the 5 had already been used. And one of them
Oh.
that was still in play was my guy.
Oh really?
Yep. And so I had like either a 50-50 shot or like one person left. And well, it was her turn still when I realized this. And so I didn't want to start flipping over cards because it would give away who I have.
Yeah.
So, but she was dangerously close to being done. Like, I was going to lose.
Yeah.
And then I went to this move and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I've already done these and I know it's not this guy for other reasons. Is it Dawn? And she's like, what? What? How did you? And I'm like, oh, my little cousin was peed off. Whew. The power of elimination.
Yeah. That's how you got to do it. What is the most efficient way to eliminate these youngsters that are?
Yeah, but guess who, though? Like, there aren't enough options. There's like 20 people.
Yeah. It's like 20 questions.
Yeah, but you're going to get
I
it.
think the most optimal is like 5 or 6.
Oh, well, and guess who? You can get it
Wait,
done in 3.
so divide it in half, that's 10. 10, 5. No, I think you could do it in faster than that. I don't know if it's exactly 50-50 split. 10, then down to 5, and then down to 2, 4, 4 maybe?
So what
Like,
I did, so what you do is you ask male or female because it's always 50-50. And then from
yeah.
there, you do eye color. That's what you're supposed
Now,
to do.
can you stack questions?
What?
Can you say, is it female with green color eyes?
So I did a question where I asked, does this person have anything other but hair? So if they have, because I had 50-50 of people with hair and 50-50 with people with hats or bald.
Well, I guess, no, I want to ask, can I stack questions? Can I say, does your person have a hat or glasses?
No, you can't do or.
You can't do or.
It has to be yes or no.
Oh, it's a yes or no question. Okay.
So that's why when I did mine, I was like, does your person have anything but hair on their head?
Oh, so you could stack questions. Does he have hat and glasses? That's yes or no.
But that wouldn't help you. There's nobody on the board with hats and glasses.
Oh, is there really?
That's why I said, does your character have anything but anything other than hair? I.e., do they have hats if they're bald or have a hat? Or do they have hair or do they have something else that isn't just hair? Like bald, or hat.
He's hair but has a hat.
Which eliminates like 50% of the people. For men.
Oh, nice.
For men, anyways.
Is he a guy? Is he a dude? Is he a gangster?
It was a complicated question. No, I saw
You think
I saw a
outside the
video
box on
one
this one.
time where the guy's like, "Does it look like your character works at Subway?"
Oh, I've seen that before.
And
Well, was
Katie,
that did you show me that video?
yeah,
Does your guy look like he works at Subway? And literally, all of them down but one. And
yep,
it's like, is your character this person? Like, yes.
yep, it's Katie.
Yes.
That's the name of the character. It's Katie.
Does your character look like she works at Subway? Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. I remember that.
It's either staged or he somehow just knew it was Katie.
I don't know. Something tells me it was staged for a short, but or something very realistic happened in real life, which gave them the idea. Let's take it to the extreme for a short, you know.
Right.
And that's what I think. It's like, did your character look like she works at Subway?
Katie does look like she works at Subway. She has a green hat.
Yeah.
A green visor, I should say.
That's right. Yeah.
No,
That's
but
good.
the Guess Who, it's weird because Guess Who you can get, it's way faster than the Element game.
Well, yeah,
I
there's
got
less
deer
people.
outside my window again, finally.
That, and it's also easier because the Element game, you know, without a periodic table in front of you, it's very
Well,
difficult.
that's the whole point. You have to have a periodic table in front of you.
What?
You should always have a periodic table in front of you. But I got
Yeah,
deer
but you wanted
outside
to
my
play it in
window.
the car, though.
What?
You wanted to play it in the car, though.
Well, yeah, you have your phone.
What? No, on one of our drives up to Utah or whatever, Nevada, when I was driving, you were like, do you want to play the Element game? I'm like, what? What?
Well, I can do it when I'm driving, but
No, it's not the fact that of driving. It's that I don't want to look off the road to look at my phone for something that's not driving purposes.
that's why I said I could do it when I'm driving. You couldn't do it though.
You shouldn't.
Well, no, I also know the periodic table better.
Oh well, yeah.
Wow, I've got 3 deer outside my window today. I haven't
I
seen deer.
don't.
I haven't seen
I've never really spent hours studying it.
Neither have I. I haven't had deer outside my window in a long time. I miss.
We spent enough time studying to have a decent amount of it down.
See, you had it memorized, but like you didn't have like.
I had the names memorized.
Yeah, you didn't have any of the interesting stuff memorized.
Having the names memorized doesn't mean shit.
Yep, we know this now.
Yeah. Well, I knew it going into the game.
What?
I was like going into the game. I was like, I don't know how to play this. I don't know half of the families and groups and all that.
Yeah, families are pointless, but families, so stupid. What a worthless. Right? Families are rows.
See, I'm
right?
thinking about trying to memorize the periodic table again, but by families.
By rows?
No, families are columns, aren't they?
I thought that was periods.
Periods?
Let's pull up a periodic table.
Whatever's columns are, by column.
No, you're right. Well, families, that's not a thing. It's group or periods. Groups are columns, periods are rows.
Periods are rows?
Yeah.
families is used synonymously with groups?
I think family might be like the transition metals.
Oh, is that what families mean?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't know family, I guess.
I just remember that term from junior year or whatever, chemistry.
I think that might have to do with like transition metals, coincidentally alkali metals, noble gases.
But groups are columns, so that's what I mean. I want to try to memorize it by groups because I think it'd be more
At least that's what I'm assuming these arrows
productive.
mean.
I mean, I don't know how they could be the opposite.
Well, like it's group pointing sideways. I would assume that means columns. Right?
Not necessarily. I'm kidding. I don't even know what picture it is. Not a clue.
I don't know anymore. Point is, I mean, yeah, you gotta. What's interesting, I have them mostly like I could look at a their symbol. I could probably tell you. Which is interesting. So, like, we'll do alkali. Yeah, alkali metals. So, we have lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. I keep looking over to look at it, and I don't want to look at it. And then alkali. Oh my god, we're talking about the elements again. Oh no. Another podcast of talking about the elements. Oh god.
Do you want to talk about?
I know. I always want to talk. Oh, I just said, what do I want to talk about? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Do you have the noble gases memorized?
Try. I don't know if they're going to be in the right order.
That's fine. I have a periodic table.
Helium, neon. I gotta keep count. Helium, neon, krypton, radon, xenon,
Two left.
organesson is last, but
Okay, you got one left.
One more.
So what have you said? You said helium, neon.
Helium, neon, radon, krypton, organesson.
Yep.
There's one more.
Makes up 1% of the Earth's atmosphere.
Argon.
There you go.
Say argon.
You had not said argon.
Argon.
Always so weird that it makes up 1% of the Earth's atmosphere, despite the fact that it is less common than neon, theoretically, in the universe. Wacky, right? Can you do the halogens?
Halogens? Oh, hell no.
Couldn't do the halogens?
Nitrogen, is that one?
No, you're already wrong.
See, I can't.
You're already wrong.
Chlorine?
There you go.
There's one. That's about it.
Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, tennessine.
I didn't even look to see. Were you looking at the chart or you say that memorized?
A little bit of both. I do have it memorized, but I am looking at the chart.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about
Double gases is
what?
Double gas is probably the easiest to memorize, but all the others, just because they're used so much. But.
Oh yeah, Yeah, let's do actinides.
Lanthanines and actinines.
Yeah, can you do
Oh,
the
actually, actinium, thorium, proctinium, uranium, actinium, thorium, proctinium, uh, uranium, thorium, plutonium, neptunium, plutonium, americium, curium, berkelium, californium, insanium, fermium, mendelevium, nobelium, laurentium, rutherfordium, dubnium, seaborgium,
Well, see, that's the
thorium,
thing.
hafnium.
That's right. See, you haven't memorized. See, you have the actual elements
Because I have it
memorized.
in order. I know it in order. That's the thing.
You don't know the
I know
columns.
the actinides, and I know because that's the only part, and that and the lanthanides, it's all in order, so I know those memorized. That
Mm.
doesn't really count.
Group
And the only thing
12.
is, I don't know when it starts. I don't know when it gets into that next block.
Group 12.
I I don't know what the first element is of that next group.
Oh, this isn't a group. Oh, well, groups are columns.
Bottom row block of the transition metals.
What about it? That's group
What's the
7.
first
That's
element of the
period
bottom?
7.
Yeah, what's the first element?
Oh, yeah, we're talking in transition metals or in that row?
Yeah, transition metals.
Ruthenium.
Ruthenium. So that's when I need to stop. Because I didn't know when to stop.
I actually don't know what DB is.
Dubnium.
Is it? Oh, it is dubnium. Okay, I was
Dubnium.
thinking it was dubnium, but I wasn't sure.
Dubnium, seaborgium, borium, hafnium, uranium. No. Borium, hafnium, seaborgium. No. Seaborgium, borium, hafnium, ruthenium. Ruthenium.
No, it's so it starts off with Rutherfinium, that one, RF, then
Mm-hmm.
dubnium, then seaborgium, borium,
Borium, hafnium.
hassium. MT is wrong. This periodic table is wrong.
Oh, what is it? Is that mendelevium? No, that's not mendelevium.
No, mendelevium doesn't exist in that.
Vetrinium.
Whatever the hell MT is. I didn't think MT was one of the elements.
What is it? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm sure it's the guy's name.
What? Yeah, they all
Vetrinium.
start with that guy's name.
It's the guy's name. I don't remember what his name is.
Okay, we'll skip that one. What the hell is
I'm telling you,
DS?
it started to fade, but what?
DS.
DS?
Yep, it goes hassium,
Darmstadium.
MT,
Darmstadium.
DS.
Darmstadium.
What about RG? I don't know these. These are like the three I do not know.
RG. Ruthenium.
I don't know. I can't read it, so they're too small. And then
See,
we're back to the ones that I do know.
see,
Cupernicium.
oh, that'd be a cool game to play. All right, go to your periodic table. Pick 5 random elements. Make it as hard as you can. Give me just the symbol, and let's see if I know them.
Hold on, I need a periodic table I can actually read.
Actually, do you know where the W in tungsten came from?
Wolfram.
Wolframium, yeah. There's actually some countries that still use it. I think Spain is one of them. They still use. I think it's more of like the older cultures still use it because I think that's how it used to be taught. But they're trying to standardize it and make everyone use like the same sort of name. I mean, they all have the same naming convention of using W.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, TA.
That's not one of the new Tennessee. No, it's tantalum.
Good. TL.
TL.
Yeah.
Can we come back to it?
I'd have to write it down. So sure, okay.
Oh, I'll remember it.
SN.
TL. 10. No, that's not. Is that 10?
Is that
That's
your
not
final
10.
answer?
SN. No, kid, what the hell's 10? I don't think that's 10. SN. Sure, yeah, that's the final answer, 10.
You are correct.
Right? That was 10, okay.
Okay, so we've done TA, TL,
TL. Oh,
SN.
come back to it.
All right, AS.
Acetine.
No.
No, it's not
I
acetine.
knew you were. I knew you were gonna guess astatine.
Why is it not acetine? Is that AT?
That's AT, correct.
Oh, AS. Come back to it.
Well, you got it wrong already. You were so
Oh
confident,
no, I want
and
to
I
figure it out.
knew,
Don't tell me. I
I
want to figure it
knew.
out.
You said make it tricky, and so I knew you were gonna jump right
Oh,
at
okay,
it.
I know, but I still want to figure it out though. I'll figure it out. Come back to it.
Boop, 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 boo, doo, doo. My opinion. LR is the final one. This is 5.
LR.
Yes.
Laurentian. That's LW, I believe. Who are? I wish I knew them in alphabetical order.
Psh, that would not help you.
Well, no, if I knew them in alphabetical order, I could just say all the L's. Because I'm guessing it has an L in it. And I'm guessing it starts with an L. Um, would it be cheating for you to tell me the number?
Probably, because it'd probably give it away.
Well, yeah. I need a hint. Oh,
So you
LR.
still, you haven't figured out.
LR and TL and AS.
Oh, I forgot. You haven't figured out TL. You also haven't figured out S. No, wait. Did you figure out SN?
10.
Yeah, you did. You were unsure though.
I was unsure, and then I was like, but then I started thinking, I was like, well, I don't know what 10 is. 10 has to be. I'm pretty sure 10's SM because I don't know what 10 would be. Um, damn.
All right. I don't even remember where we started, to be honest.
TL.
We did not start at
TN. Oh, TA. Tantalum.
That's right. It was TA, actually.
TA. I said TN, I meant TA.
Then we went to TL.
Oh my gosh, why? Why?
All right. Do you want me to go back to TL and AS?
Yeah, give me a hint. I need a hint.
Which one?
TL. Give me
It's
the number.
okay. 81.
81.
Do. Very interesting. Want more hints?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Is gold 80?
No.
No, gold's not 80. 81.
It's a very soft metal. It's highly
Soft.
toxic.
Toxic. It does start with a T, right?
Yep.
Okay. Damn.
This is a fun.
This is obviously harder than I thought. I thought I knew them all.
This
I was
one,
on a roll
see, this
before
is
we
an
started. I
element
was
that
like,
you kind of forget about because it's literally not useful for anything other than to kill
yeah,
people.
kill people.
Because it's toxic. Extremely toxic. And very soft.
Very soft.
That can actually be a misnomer because, okay, it's a metal.
That's not helping. I'm gonna need a hint on the word. Is it a name?
I mean, isn't it? No.
No, it's not a name.
Not that I'm
Oh
aware
yeah,
of.
if it belongs to the guy's name. Oh man, why can't I think of it?
It's an ordinary metal.
Oh,
Or staircase metal. Come on,
TL.
that should just give it away. It's like there's only so many ordinary metals. Actually, they're all quite soft. Now I think about it. Pretty sure bismuth is probably the hardest one on there. Then maybe aluminum. Although I've never held polonium, so I don't know. I guess polonium's also extremely toxic. Man, this is fun.
I don't know. I'm gonna need another hint on something to do with the name.
What?
Something to do with the name.
Well, it's just an element that you're never.
Oh, I know. But the thing is, I'm never gonna guess it, but based on it off its properties.
Oh, that's where I thrive. It's after Mercury.
After Mercury. Doesn't help.
Before lead. This is interesting. I'm actually kind of shocked at how. Want me to tell you?
Sure.
Thallium.
Thallium. Why was it so difficult? Why? I don't have no idea.
Because it's an element no one thinks about. You don't think about it because it doesn't do anything.
No, but the problem is I couldn't start from lead. Or mercury. I could not get the order going. That I was trying to get the order going. I could not start from the middle.
Well, anyways.
Thallium.
AS.
AS.
It's a non-metal.
Number?
Let me make it bigger. 33.
33. Oh, it's early on.
Boop, 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 boo, doo, doo. Think green. Do, 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 do.
Quiet.
Well, I have to entertain the kids, so.
Yeah, but then I can't. Then put yourself on mute.
Well,
I can't think when you're talking.
Fine. All right. Does that work? Can you hear me? No, he can't hear me. You guys can hear me. And we'll be able to hear him when he's done. So. Oh, man. I'm actually kind of shocked. So we still have LR and AS are the ones he hasn't been able to guess. So. I'm kind of shocked. Do you want more hints?
Sure.
It's poisonous.
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 Arsenic.
You are correct.
Arsenic.
All right. LR. You still need LR.
What number?
103.
It is Lawrenceium. No, it's Lawrenceium, right?
Yes.
Is that LW?
There is no LW.
Okay, so it is Lawrenceium.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking, but I was like, I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking Lawrenceium was LW.
Remember,
It is weird.
there's literally one element with a W.
Tungsten.
Yes. W does not exist anywhere else on the periodic table.
There's no other W's? Oh.
No.
Do you think you could do it?
Uh, well, we can certainly try. I just closed out the periodic table, so
I'll pull
let me
one
make
out.
sure I don't have any periodic tables around me. I do have a lot of periodic tables.
Need
The
to dig
nearest
mine
one
out.
is behind the whiteboard, so.
Give me a second to dig mine out. Alright. And my laminated one.
See, the issue is I don't know the names that well.
Oh, you don't?
No, you can try them. I don't have the elements memorized,
Oh,
but I can. Other than like I said, MT, DS, and whatever the one after DS was. Those three I do not know.
so
Oh, and
something like
Nihenium. N8, sure.
GD?
Oh, gadolinium.
So do you want names or no?
I don't know. Just do what you want to do.
Okay.
But was I right?
Yeah. I was I wasn't sure if I should just pick a random name one.
Mm.
You said that you didn't know him that well.
Well, without a table, now I'm nervous. Because usually when I look at the table, I also have like the rest of the table to like make an inference.
Uh-huh.
Because like I know the table, like I can look at it and I can be like, oh yeah, it's in this general area. With just the names, it's like with just the letters, it's like ooh. All right, what's the next one?
Let's do SE.
Selenium.
Selenium, yep.
Do, do, 2 for 2. 2.
MD.
Which one?
MD.
MD. No, molybdenum's MO. MD. It's not muscovium. There's only so many M.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot.
Mendelevium.
Mendelevium. It is Mendelevium. PA.
TA.
Mm-hmm.
What? You already did TA.
PA.
Yeah, TA. We already did that. Tantalum.
PA. As in pie. P for Peter.
Oh,
PA.
PA. Oh. Oh, Praseodymium?
No.
Oh. PA. Phosphorus is just P. Is that protactinium? No, wait. No, because isn't that PR? It's not praseodymium?
No.
The only one I can think of is protactinium.
Sure, final answer?
Yeah, I can't think of what I can't think
Yeah,
of.
that's right.
Oh! Oh, so protactinium is not PR. Okay.
No, it's not.
Alright, well. That one I did miss, but I did actually end up getting it.
Yeah. DY?
Oh, dysprosium.
Mm-hmm. Is it 4?
Yeah.
Give you one more.
I know dysprosium from Cody's lab.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that's true. His name. I didn't think of that.
It's also element 68, I believe. Right before.
No.
Oh, it's
66.
not. Which one?
66.
Damn it, I was so close. I knew it was very close to element 69.
Mm-hmm.
Which is thulium? It's the most useless element on the periodic table. and I want it.
You want it?
I want a cube of element 69, which is thulium, I believe. What's the element symbol for element 69? TH? No. Because Ti is titanium. Ta is tantalum. Come up with one?
Um, they're all just so similar in names.
You could do a name one, see if I know it.
A name one?
Yeah.
All right. RG. Did you already do that one? RG.
RG. Oh, that's one of the ones. It's also one of the ones I don't know.
Yeah, it's a guy's name.
Yeah, I know it's a guy's name.
He had some stuff to do with noble gases. That's where I remember him from.
RG.
What's the noble gases? I don't remember. Or gas laws or something.
Well, it's not Bohr.
I don't know if that's what he's famous for, though.
RG. I don't know. I didn't think I could even say the element if I knew it. I don't know. What is it? Do 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 do. Are you looking up how to say RG? Hello?
I don't know. If you want a different one, RH.
RH.
I'm gonna have to try restarting my headbuds or something, earbuds or something. I cannot hear you.
Okay. Well, while we wait, RH, right? Is that rhenium? Or is that what we're guessing, kids? Rhenium? What do we think, kids? Wow, we're at 44 minutes. I don't know what this podcast is. It's mostly dead air. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my throat's starting to hurt. Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, now I hear you.
Perfect.
What happened?
RH, right?
What happened the first time?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. So I originally I think I said RG, and I said if you want a different one, RH.
Right. And RH, I'm guessing, is rhenium.
No, that's why I asked it because it's a weird. You have to. I have to. Unless my periodic table is wrong, it's not that is not RH.
What is it?
Want to know?
Yes.
Rhodidium.
Oh, yes, of course it's rhodidium. God, I'm such an idiot. I mean, yes, of course it's rhodidium.
It's the same thing with the acetine and me. I was like, wait. I was looking at the name. I was like, wait. Rhenium is not RH? I didn't realize that either. Rhenium is RE. Why they make it an H? Oh, because the next letter, I guess, is H. Rhodidium. But the H is silent.
What the hell is RG?
Oh, it's a guy's name.
Where is it?
111.
That's literally in the block of elements I told you I didn't know.
I know. You said you wanted to name one.
Yeah, I said MT, DS, and RG are the ones I don't know.
Yeah, so I changed it to RH. Because I figured that was another one. I think that was the one I could stump you with.
I didn't even think about rhodium. I was so confident in rhenium.
Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind. You know, when I see RH, I was like, oh, that's rhenium.
Literally, rhenium is RH.
Rhenium is RE.
I know, but it's spelled RHE.
I know.
I know. I have two elements with RH. What the hell?
Yeah.
This is bull crap. All right, you want to
I
do some
know.
more?
I don't know. Is that all you wanted to do on the podcast?
We can do the regular element game.
The regular element game?
I'm having fun playing element trivia. I mean, we're at 44 minutes. I mean, we can either just cancel the podcast now because there's nothing else to talk about,
I
or
mean,
we
did
play
we talk
another,
about
or we play a regular round
do
of the
they?
element game.
Yeah, I guess. Do you want to make the trip a surprise then, or because I guess we never did mention our new? Because I think we talked about the trip afterwards, right?
No, not the final one. No, no, we did actually list out Denver, Arches,
Oh, we
Canyonlands.
talked about all that on the podcast.
Huh?
We talked about all that, right?
Yes, that's the yes. I literally titled
But
the
the, but
latest
the
podcast
oh,
"Speedrunning
but
5 State."
but all the others,
What?
all the other like cities and all that.
We did
That we
not
didn't talk
talk
about.
about Albuquerque, but like Albuquerque, like it's not even guaranteed yet because we haven't talked to because you don't even know if you're going to be able to make that trip.
Well, no, no, I can, no, it's Kyle. No. The problem with
Oh,
me is it just be late.
oh. Well, we can
It
always
wasn't
talk
that I
about
couldn't make
we
it.
can always talk about the Albuquerque one next time if we can get Kyle on.
Yeah.
I kind of want to play around in the element game.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to come up with one or do you want to go?
Sure. Come up with one.
All right, I'm good. Let's go.
Wait, how does it work?
All right,
I
you
guess I don't know how
have
to
10
play.
guesses, I thought.
10 guesses to do what?
Guess the
To
element.
get to guess. Oh, to guess your element. Okay.
Yep.
Um. And it's only yes or no questions.
Yes.
All right. 10 guesses.
Mm-hmm.
Is it between elements 1 and 159?
159?
Yeah, 159. Between 1 and 159.
159 is not an element, sir. The elements go up to 118.
No! Is it between elements 1 and 59?
Yes.
Okay.
I know how that helps you, but that,
Is it between elements 1 and 30?
yes. This is an interesting way to do this.
That's 2, right? Is it between elements 1 and 14?
No.
So that's 3 guesses. Can you keep track of my guesses?
Yeah, sure.
So,
This is a boring way to play the game.
is it between elements 14 and 20?
No.
Okay. Is it magnetic?
No.
Okay.
Maybe we limited it from 10 because I feel like
No, I'm limiting it to 14. 14 to 20. 14 to 25.
no questions.
What?
So yes, it's between 14 and 25.
No, that wasn't my question. I'm stating a statement. That wasn't. Because I said, is it between 14 and 29? Yeah, and you said yes, and I said, is it magnetic? No, which means that it limits it down to 25.
Oh, okay.
I was making a statement. Yeah.
Well, yeah. What I was saying was maybe 10 was too many. I don't remember.
What am I at? 4?
I have. You're at 5.
5. Okay. Is it? Is it a transition metal?
Yes.
Yes. At 6?
Yes. Don't keep track. I'll keep track.
You keep track. Okay. Is it a even number?
No.
Okay.
That's 7.
7. I have 3 guesses. I'm at 7.
How many elements do you have left?
3. 21, 23, and 25. Or 19. No, wait. Oh, no, it is the transition middle. Yeah. So 21, 23, and 25.
So you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I can get it, but I'd see that if I can lower my guesses. Um. Does it end in IUM? EUM.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Don't these all end in that?
No,
Oh, no.
manganese.
Manganese does not.
Manganese. All right.
Eliminated one element. Congratulations.
Vanadium.
It is vanadium.
Nice.
You got it in 9.
I did it though. It worked.
Yes, and you did it in the least fun way possible, but somehow it still took you 9 questions. All right, you got
well, you picked it in the middle of the pack, so. All right. I guess now.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I get I pick an element. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. I'm trying to look up properties, aren't I?
Yep.
Make it a different periodic table. My periodic table doesn't have them marked.
Just type in periodic table and like literally Google has one that you can like play with.
Can I zoom in on it?
When you hold your mouse over it, it pulls up. It makes the.
Oh, I'm not
bigger.
on the computer. I'm on my phone.
Oh. You can also then click on each one too, and you should be able to zoom in on it. I would assume. On your phone. You don't have one screenshotted?
Okay. What?
You never screenshotted one after the last time we played?
Well, I'd be lost in the photos. You know how many photos I've taken since the last time we played?
I
can't
imagine it was that many.
We've gone on trips and stuff, and just random pictures and work and whatnot.
Well, I guess your phone probably doesn't sort out screenshots from other stuff.
No, it doesn't.
Mine does, so.
No, it does. You can sort out screenshots from app by app.
Oh, not app by app, but it just sorts out screenshots, and so I'll just have screenshots.
What do you mean it sorts them out?
It won't be with like the regular photos.
What?
It won't be with just like regular photos.
Oh, my phone does that. Oh, I guess, yeah, I could find it that way. I didn't think of that.
Makes it pretty easy, especially if you know the month.
I don't know what month. Would it be May?
It would be April.
April? Why April?
Because that's when our aunt died.
Oh, I thought we played it during our trip to Utah or whatever.
No, we did not. I wanted to, but you said no.
Well, yeah, because I was driving. I didn't know if we played it a different time.
And Kyle doesn't ever want to play. Anyways, you come up with one yet?
Oh, yeah. Let me come up with one. Sure. I got one.
Okay. Is it a metal?
I think.
Oh my god. Did you pick one of the freaking named ones? That's unknown.
No. I just need to. Does it tell me more about?
What?
I clicked more about. I don't know.
Okay. So it's clearly that narrows it down to a very small portion of the periodic table. If you don't know.
Oh. Wait. What's that? Is it a metal?
Yes. Is it a metal?
Here.
Oh my god. I know exactly what I can almost guess. I literally, that nails it down to almost so few elements that I could literally get it within the next few questions, within 5 questions.
5 questions, you think?
Yes.
Um,
If you don't know, then it's definitely in the in the radioactive section of the periodic table.
Alright, yes, it is a metal.
It is a metal. Oh, frick. All right.
It is a metal.
Is it a transition metal?
Uh, what was it again?
I don't know.
No, it's not. No.
All right. Okay. So that doesn't leave that many elements. Is it radioactive?
No.
No, it is not radioactive. How are you
Wait.
unsure?
Is it radioactive? Oh, I'm sure all elements have some. It's not naturally radioactive. It is naturally occurring.
But it is naturally occurring, but it's not radioactive.
I mean, it could have radioactive isotopes, but it's naturally occurring. I don't know if it has radioactive isotopes. That's not a question. That's for you to ask if you want to know.
Okay.
If you want to know that, I'd have to look it up.
Oh boy. So it's not a transition metal. I've asked
No.
2, right?
Oh yeah, let me keep track of you.
Yes, please.
So you asked, is it
Is it a
is it
metal?
a metal? Is it a transition metal? And then did you ask another one?
I haven't. I've been debating.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, you asked is it radioactive, right?
Okay, yeah, and you gave me a weird answer. I didn't like the answer. By radioactive, that would eliminate francium, radium, the entire lengthenide, all the actinides.
Yeah, pretty much, I guess.
And nihonium all the way to tennessine, if those are all metals, it eliminates all of those as well. So, well, also technically eliminates bismuth, but bismuth is kind of a funky one. So, and then astatine is a weird one, whether you count it as a metal or not.
Astatine could be a metal. Metalloid?
See, on my periodic table on Google, it says it's a metal. But again, it doesn't stick around long enough. I don't think you could really count it as either one. But again, you said it's not radioactive, so it can't be astatine. Okay, is it highly reactive?
Oh, God.
I.e., is it an alkaline or alkali earth metal?
Are those the only highly reactive?
In metals that are not that I've crossed out, yes.
Let me just type it in.
You really should pick an element you know more about.
Well, then it'd be easy.
Oh, that's right. You probably only know them very well up to like element 36, krypton.
According to Google, it is reactive. It seems it is reactive on a high level.
Under my definition, though, is it?
What?
Is it an alkali or alkali earth metal?
Alkali. So alkali earth is that, or alkali? Oh, those you don't count. Oh,
those are the ones where I say Those are the ones where I say are reactive.
Oh, so if you're asking if it's alkali earth, then no.
It is not. Okay.
That's 4, right?
Yes.
Because the last question you asked was, is it radioactive?
So this puts me either in the rare earth territory or in the ordinary metals?
Yeah.
Is it a rare earth metal?
Yes.
Frick. Okay. Oh, gosh. These are my least favorite because I know nothing about them.
Oh, good. So I'm safe for now. Something I know a little about, and something you don't feel confident
It's
in.
the one part of the periodic table that I hate because they're all the same.
Good, 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 good.
Uh, is it an odd number?
Oh, now you're taking. Oh, you wanted to change the spirit of the game. I see.
Well,
Uh,
I've been doing it the fun way, but now you've picked elements that are literally all the same.
yes, it is an odd number.
Okay. Google says it's highly reactive. Praseodymium is radioactive. I hope you know that.
I don't. I
Actually,
don't
sorry,
know.
no. Sorry, promethium is radioactive. So I hope you know that. Because it's an odd number. Uh, dysprosium is out. Thulium is not reactive, but I mean, God knows what Google thinks. Oh. Oh. How many questions do I have left?
4.
Is it named after a continent?
Continent. Oh no.
No, so it's not europium. That's the one I was thinking of that it would be reactive. It's an odd number, though, right? That's what we established?
Yep. Yep. You did
Okay.
ask that.
So, it's either cerium. No, sorry. It's either praseodymium. It's not europium. So it's either praseodymium. It's not promethium. It's not europium. It's not gadolinium. Terbium.
No.
No, 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 no. I'm going through all the those. That's
Oh well. Did I give it away?
what you gave me that it wasn't
Oh,
terbium.
damn it!
I wasn't
That was the
asking.
question.
I was counting.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Say I'm asking. I'm asking.
I
Okay.
will
That
tell
way I
you when
know.
I'm asking. Yes, I'm currently counting.
Okay.
Okay, so the ones that we have left: praseodymium. We know it's not promethium. We know it's not europium. We now technically know it's not terbium, but we'll leave it in there. It could be holmium. Could be thulium. It could be lutetium. And how many guesses do I have left?
3.
3. Oh, is terbium counting towards it?
I didn't count it, but do you want me to?
No, don't count terbium. Okay. Oh boy. Well, yeah. I gotta write these down because they're so spread out in this part of the periodic table. I'm not sure. I'm looking for 70. Okay, 71,
Yeah.
69, 67, 65, 59. And I could technically cross out 65. So We have 3 guesses left. So to get down to 3 elements. Does it have a number larger than 69? So 69 and up.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn.
Down to 2 elements. 2 guesses.
Yeah.
2 elements.
2 guesses, 2 elements. I think that's where I was.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
You had
50-50.
Yes. Is it
50-50.
thulium?
It is.
It was element 69. So let's
Yeah,
ask,
so according to Google, it is the second most reactive of the rare earth metals.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, yes.
And so
here's the thing.
I was like, highly reactive. I was like, yeah, technically, of the
Here's
rare earth metals, it is highly reactive.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue with the term reactive, and why I basically, when I think of a reactive element, I think of elements that exist. They're either non-metals, or are the alkaline earth. That's what I think of as reactive, because those are always the ones that, they'll rip your hand off. Now I know that something like thallium is reactive. Like it's very similar to like any of the it oxidizes quite easily like an alkaline earth metal. And I know dysprosium does as well.
Yeah.
Europe. Part of the problem is I wasted a question on europium.
Did you ask, is it europium?
I asked whether it's named after a continent.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I wasted it on europium. I
didn't-
don't know why I thought it was
that-
europium.
You would have been better off asking if it's europium.
Yeah. Well, I
Because
wasted
I think
it
there's
on,
only one.
yeah. I wasted it on europium. I don't know why I thought it was europium. I kind of want to play again. That was fun.
Yeah. How much time are we at?
We'll kill the podcast, but we can play a round after the podcast.
Oh, do we want to play? I don't know if I don't want to play another round.
Oh, well, okay, we can keep the podcast going to play another round.
What?
I can keep the podcast going. We can play another round.
Oh no, I said I don't really feel like playing another round.
Oh. I need people to play this with. Oh man. Well, anyways, I'd like to take off watching.
I mean, I'm sure I would enjoy playing more if I just don't know hardly anything, and I don't really like just constantly having to look stuff up because I don't know.
Well, if you're doing your 20 minutes a day of reading, read the Element.
I need to read the Element book.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been starting with my other books of lists that I have.
Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every Friday, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Central Time, and good night.